Hi everybody, this is my final tweet for leadership ethics. I picked as my word to describe this class perception, and I included the question marks on the bottom because we don't know what anyone's perception is. We don't know their different ideologies, what they're going to say, what they're going to think. So I really learned a lot about perception in this class. I learned more than I ever thought I would about ethics. I thought this class would be simple. How much is there really to know about what's right and what's wrong? I thought it was just a set thing. But I had no idea how much I would learn about what exactly is right and wrong, and how many different ideas there could possibly be about two simple things. And I learned that everybody has a different perception about what that might be. Everybody was raised a different way and by different people, so everybody has their own moral compass and what they're going to go on in a time of struggle, a time of need, and a time that you would need leadership ethics to make the right decision. So this class was just really eye-opening to get everyone's different perspective on things and how many different ideas there could possibly be. I learned so much about myself and even more about my classmates than I thought I'd ever know. So I'm going to go a little bit off of my manifesto chart that we did for the leadership manifesto, just to keep myself on track. So I picked 3 things that really stood out the most to me in this class, and those were first, character, then the faces of evil, and finally, what is good. So to start off with character. I thought this was interesting because this is I'm in the CLD major, so communication is my job. It's my job as a communicator to deal with every kind of character I could possibly deal with every day. So I came to the conclusion, I kind of asked myself the question, what exactly is character? What are the kind of people that I'm going to be dealing with, and how am I going to decide what their character is? So I decided through my own experiences what makes people's character is their outward appearance, and I believe that to be their attitude and how they act towards others. I'm a strong believer of actions speak louder than words, and I believe that in so many ways. A person's actions to me describe them perfectly. It's exactly who they are inside. I believe that your actions are a projection of who you are on the interior, and that's your inner character. So the second thing I want to cover is the faces of evil. How do I define being evil or doing evil? So personally, I define evil through my moral compass. Through how my parents raised me, and I'm a strong believer of the golden rule. Do unto others what they would do back to you. I heard that so many times growing up, and I'm a strong believer of that. As a member of society, you have to deal with the faces of evil on a daily basis, and it's all about how you choose to confront that evil and to how to remain a good person. So that leads me into my final objective. What is good? It's a huge question in our lives. What is exactly good? So how do I personally know what is good? And I get those from my beliefs, my values, and how my parents raised me. I know this is different for everyone, and as I learned in class, everybody has a different perspective on what is good. It's different for different families, different cultures, different genders. It's different for everybody, so it's primarily objective for each person, but to me, it's based on my interior beliefs and objectives. I know in my heart what is right and wrong, and what is appropriate and what is not, and I learned I can confidently trust myself when I'm faced with what is good and what is not. I know in my heart, and I can ask myself and trust myself confidently that I've made a good decision. So, what will I finally take away from this class? I know I'll take away from this class, if anything, an increased awareness about why people do what they do and why they might make the choices and decisions that they do. And this class has taught me to be more tolerant and understanding of people's decisions and actions so that I can better connect with them in the future. If I understand why they may have made that choice based on their moral compass, based on their beliefs and values, I can better understand them and be a better leader in the future. So I finally picked the quote by Aristotle: "I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over oneself." I really love this quote by Aristotle, and I think it really brings home the idea that you can be that you can't be really truly happy unless you've conquered your own inner self and come to your own conclusions about your moral compass and come to terms with what your moral compass is and your inner thoughts and beliefs. It takes true bravery to look inward and to decide what kind of person you want to be, to make the changes for the better so you can be a better ethical leader in the future and to guide other people to make correct decisions as well. So, thank you.